Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to share with you my recommendations for this Sephora sale. The VIB Rouge Beauty Insider, that sale. The one that's going on right now. I'm a little late to the game here. I didn't have time to film earlier in the week, but I figured it's not too late. We still have the second half of the sale going on with VIB getting ready to start. Rouge status members were able to shop at 20% off their order starting last week sometime, and then VIB starts with 15% off today. Well, when you're watching this, it might be a couple days later. I just wanted to share with you guys the products that I recommend, things that I really love, things that I would purchase if they weren't already in my collection, stuff that I really enjoy and I'm glad that I have. So if you guys are interested in hearing what my recommendations are, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to mention is a product that I use all the time. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Setting Powder. Mine is in the shade Butter. I'm mentioning this because I'm somebody that has really oily skin, and I don't know what it is about this powder, but it just makes my makeup last a whole lot longer. I'm a little bit of a connoisseur when it comes to foundation and primer and powder just because I do have oily skin. So when I find something that I like, I'm a clinger. I'm a stage 5 clinger, and I hang on to it. So if I had to recommend, yeah, like y'all are going to listen to me if I can't even speak English. If I was going to recommend a powder, one of them would be the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder. The next powder that I want to mention is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. Mine is in the shade Pound Cake. This is another one of those setting powders that just helps your makeup last longer. It is good for baking, but it's also just good as using like a regular setting powder. So if I had to recommend 2 powders, these would be it. So I have 3 foundations that I want to recommend today. 2 of these are really new to my collection, but I was so taken aback with how much I really liked these that I wanted to share them with you guys today. If you've been considering picking up the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation Stick, I say grab it while it's on sale. I used this in a video and I've used it since, and I really enjoy this. It works well with my oily skin, it wears nicely, it blends nicely, it covers my dark spots and my discoloration. I really like this. I think that it does a really good job doing all of those things. It says it's waterproof. I haven't tested that claim yet, but I really enjoy this foundation. So if you're thinking about picking it up, I would grab it now. The next foundation I want to recommend is the Air Flash Spray Foundation from Dior. This is actually the foundation that I'm wearing right now, and I've had it on for about six and a half hours or so. Normally by now, my foundation's breaking apart. It looks oily. It looks disgusting. I have powdered since I put this on, but it completely fixed the issue. Like, I just tapped a little bit of a loose setting powder. The shine was gone. And it's not breaking apart. It's not settling in my lines any more so than like any other foundation that I use. My foundation looks airbrushed, it looks smooth, it's not heavy and cakey. I really enjoy this and I'm glad that I picked it up. So I wanted to recommend this in this video just because it is a super pricey foundation. So again, if you can get it on sale, now's the time to buy this if you've been wanting to. I love it. The next foundation I'm going to share with you is one that is an absolute staple. It is a holy grail in my makeup routine. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is another higher end foundation. It's not cheap, but if you're somebody with oily skin and you're looking for a long wear foundation that's going to cover nicely, it's not going to be breaking apart a few hours in your work day or just your overall, going about your business type of day, this is the foundation for you. I love this. I have repurchased this time and time again, and I had to recommend it in this video. I have to. It's my favorite. I guess I should have started with skincare. Well, let's backtrack a little bit. So my favorite moisturizer at the current moment is the True Cream Aqua Bomb from Belif. This is the perfect moisturizer for somebody with oily skin. It's not too greasy and slippy. It's just not like heavy, and it's not going to make your makeup break down more quickly. Nothing like that. It does moisturize. It helps to kind of keep my oils at bay longer. At least that's what I think. And I've been loving on this. This is not a cheap moisturizer. It's quite pricey. So my recommendation is to pick it up during this sale. If you're thinking about trying it, you can get like a little miniature version of this. You don't have to get the full size. I think they have like 3 different sizes. They've got like a miniature. They have this one. This one is 1.68 fluid ounces. And then they have a size up from this that's like the jumbo size. Just stupid expensive. But that's why I have like the mid-size version of it, and I love it. I will continue to buy it. If you're thinking about buying it, get the mini, get it on sale, try it out. The next skincare product that I would recommend is the Lancome Advanced Genifique. This is a product that I swear by. I love this stuff. It does wonders for my skin. I'm almost 40. I'm 37. And I've got lots of little fine lines and wrinkles, rearing their ugly heads here lately. I've got a little bit of texture. My skin is just kind of losing its luster. When you get a little bit older, your skin becomes a little bit more dull. This really does bring back some life to my skin. It makes it luminous. It helps with the texture. It helps with the fine lines and wrinkles. It's also one of those products where when you're using it for a while, you don't really realize it's doing anything. You're kind of like, yeah, why am I spending money on this? It's not doing anything. And then you stop using it and you really notice what it was doing because those little problems start coming back. So I swear by this. I use it every morning, every night, and I had to recommend it in this video. All right, the next 2 things I'm sharing with you are concealers. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer from Too Faced. I really like this concealer for brightening. I bought a shade that was like way too light for my skin tone for that reason, and it does a fantastic job. I know that you can use this as like an all-over like a foundation. I've seen Bailey Sarian do that. This is like her go-to foundation is this concealer, and it looks freaking flawless on her. It doesn't look too cakey and heavy. It blends beautifully. It covers nicely. So I really love this concealer, and I do use it quite a bit. The next concealer that I want to recommend to you is the Dior Forever Skin Correct. This is like a staple holy grail concealer for me at this point. I bought it a few months back. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. And I use it every day. I use it every day before work. It's very full coverage. It's creamy. It doesn't look cakey and too heavy. I'm in love with this concealer. It's a little pricey. If you've been thinking about picking it up, now's the time. All right, the next product that I want to recommend to you is a blush. Well, it's the entire Wanderlust blush line from Buxom. I have 3 of them so far, and I want to pick up more. So beautiful. It smells gorgeous. It's got like that... It almost reminds me of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That's what this smells like. Kind of like a coconut on the beach. I don't know how to explain it, but it just smells lovely. The formula itself is so beautiful. It's got this really gorgeous sheen to it. It wears super long wearing. It looks gorgeous on the skin. And I loved it so much. I think Dolly is the first one I bought. And then I picked up Mykonos, which is like this peachy shade here. Love this one as well. I don't use this one as much as I use like Dolly. And then the last one that I picked up was Seychelles. And Seychelles is this really beautiful, like bronzy, like a rose shade almost, like a bronzy rose. Just gorgeous. Love these blushes. I've been using them, I would say, ever since they came out, because I bought them pretty soon after hearing everybody rave about them. And then I just started picking up different shades. And again, I've got one in my basket right now. So try to be a good girl and not spend a bunch of money. But if you've been thinking about purchasing these blushes and you're not sure, not sure if you're going to like them, they're fantastic. I love these blushes. Okay, next up in here is going to be a highlighter. I only grabbed one highlighter to share with you today. And it's just, I haven't really been like crazy about highlighter here lately. With not, being able to wear certain things because you're wearing a mask, the shit wears off. It's like, what's the point? No one's going to see it anyway, right? So anyway, I did want to share one highlighter with you because this one is just a stunning formula. I love it. It looks beautiful on the cheeks. This is the Dior Skin Nude Luminizer. And this one is in the shade. What shade are you? I don't know what shade this is. It doesn't say. Shade 5? I don't know. It's a really beautiful, like, rose-colored shade. It's beautiful. See if I can get it to show up there. Like, look how pretty that is. It's very metallic looking. Oh, there she is. Very metallic looking. It just looks stunning. Stunning on the cheeks. I don't really care for the packaging. It's like a plastic packaging. It's made to look like it's metal. I'm not thrilled about that. I do like the embossing in the powder. I think that's pretty. It has a really beautiful scent to it. Most Dior products have that same scent. But the product itself, the formula is nice. The performance is nice. I love this highlighter. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is a lip gloss. If you've been wearing makeup for at least a couple years and you've been watching YouTube, you've heard so many people mention this. You probably have already tried this, but if you haven't, this is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Mine is in the shade Fussy. It is such a nice gloss formula. When I held off for a while. When I heard people raving about it, I didn't buy it right away. I was the type of person where I'm like, it's a freaking gloss. Like, how fantastic can it be? Y'all. Not only does it smell like fruit punch, it smells delicious. Like you just want to start eating it with a spoon. And it looks beautiful on the lips. It's very shiny and glossy, and it's not too sticky. It's not too, it's not going to give you that nasty kind of like bunching up in the corner of your mouth type of stuff. I love this lip gloss. I really wanted to buy more of them. They're a little pricey, so if you're thinking about buying them or it's something you've been wanting to try, now is the time, friend. All right, the rest of what I'm going to share with you guys is palettes. So a lot of people wait until the Sephora sale to buy palettes because palettes are expensive, especially if you're buying from Sephora. Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, Anastasia Beverly Hills, they're all pretty pricey. So if you're somebody that's been thinking about diving into one of those brands, there is literally no better time than now to do that because these are brands that don't always go on sale. Well, I mean, Anastasia Beverly Hills, they have their sales, and sometimes Pat will have hers, but it's really hit or miss. You never know when you're going to get that sale. So if you've been waiting to purchase one of these products, you want to try them, I highly recommend doing that now during this sale. The first 3 palettes I want to share with you are from Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona, by far, has one of the best luxury eyeshadow formulas. I said it. I said what I said. The first palette I'm going to show you is the Love palette. Beautiful color story. I love this palette. Actually, this shade right here, this silver shade, is what I'm wearing on the inner portion of my lid right now. I did an eye look with this right around Valentine's Day when this first came out. Love the way it looked. I have used it quite a bit since. It's just a stunning palette, and I highly recommend it. The other 2 that I want to share with you are the same format. It's the smaller pans, her $65 palettes. This is the Glam palette, and it's her more neutral one. This is the other palette that I'm wearing on my eyes today. It's just a really basic neutral palette, but it's so easy to glam up your look with this. I love this one. And then last but not least is her bronze palette. And this is just another one where if you're looking for neutrals but something to spice it up a little bit, you got all these beautiful coppery, bronzy shades in here, and they're just, the formula is just next level stunning. So if you haven't tried Natasha yet, or say you've only got like 1 palette of hers, or you've been wanting to dip your toes back in the Natasha pool, I would say do it now. She's got some stunning palettes. These I absolutely love, and I wholeheartedly recommend them to you. So this palette from Hourglass is the Ambient Lighting Edit Volume Number 4. It's discontinued. However, they do have other ambient lighting palettes. And I love this one. I love the fact that I get these finishing powders up top. This bronzer is like my favorite luxury bronzer of all time. It's got 2 blushes that are really gorgeous. It's just an all-around really beautiful face palette. So if you're someone that's like been wanting to really try Hourglass's formula, you want to try their bronzers, their regular finishing powders, their blushes, this is just the perfect way to do that because it's got everything in there. Right now, I know they have like this new holiday release. If I can remember, I will try to flash a picture of it up here so you can see what that looks like. I kind of wanted that, but I thought I couldn't justify it because I already had this one. If I didn't already have this one, I would have bought that one. If you're not into like the 6-pan because they're pretty pricey, try the 4-pan. It's a little bit less expensive, and it's, it's Hourglass powders. They're beautiful. They have that sheen to them. They don't look they just don't look like too much on your skin. They have this special way of enhancing your features, enhancing your skin without making it look too textured and too heavy. I love their powders. So again, if you were thinking about buying something like that, now would be the time. I am going to link all of these products down below in the description box. That way you guys can find them if you were thinking about purchasing any of these things. If you decide to shop through my links, please know they are affiliate links. What that means is that if you decide to shop through those links, I will earn a small commission off of your order. It's not going to cost you anything extra to do that. It's just an easy and effortless way for you to show your support for my channel. And I just want to tell you, anybody that has taken the time to do that, anyone that has made it a point to shop through my links, I'm super grateful for that, because having a YouTube channel and buying new products all the time is super expensive. So when you guys support my channel in that way, it allows me to buy more products to review for you guys and to share here on my channel. So I just want to say thank you in advance to anybody that decides to do that or has done that in the past. You rock. The next two products I'm going to share with you are from Pat McGrath. This is the Divine Rose 2. I mean, first of all, packaging-wise, she just knocks it out of the park. I don't think this pink packaging is around anymore. I think this was a limited edition type thing because I got it off her website. Would you look at this? Look how stunning this palette is. It's got that like iconic multi-chrome shade in there that everybody raves about. And just overall, it's a beautiful palette. Perhaps my favorite Pat McGrath palette, though, is this one here. And I don't know which one this is called because it doesn't say on the back. It's one of, these are both Mothership palettes, but it's this one here. Look how beautiful this is. Specifically, this pink shade up here, like, it kills me. It's so beautiful. This bronzy shade, to die for. It's got these really gorgeous, like, special shades in here. They're duochromes. Pat McGrath just knows what she's doing when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. It's got the beveled mirror in there that's real special. The hardcore heavy-duty packaging. If you've never tried out Pat McGrath palettes before and you're wanting to because now is a good time with the sale, I would say go for it. These are my two favorite. I do have the Celestial Divinity palette. I like it. I like it okay. It's not bad. If you're somebody that's strictly looking for a lot of shimmers from Pat McGrath, take the Celestial Divinity palette. It is a good palette. I mean, there's no denying that. The shimmer formula is fantastic. These are my two favorite from Pat McGrath. So if you're thinking about picking something up from her brand, specifically the eyeshadows, I would highly recommend, I think this is the Bronze Ambition. I would recommend this one, and I would recommend Divine Rose 2. They're just lovely. All right, we got two more brands I want to talk about really quickly, and then we'll wrap this up, let you guys get back to your lives. The first one is Melt Cosmetics. I am a sucker for Melt Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. Specifically, the two that are my favorite is Gemini. Whoops, looks like that. Such a beautiful, grungy, like fall-toned, I don't know. I love this palette. I think it's stunning. I love the artwork on the outside of it. The shadows perform beautifully. Love, love, love this palette. So if you've been wanting to try out Melt's formula, this would be a good one to start with. The other one that I would recommend is the Smoke Sessions palette. If you're into a grungy green eyeshadow, you like those really deep, look at this. Beautiful, stunning green palette. So those are the two that I would recommend the most from Melt. I really wanted the Muerte palette, but it sold out. And then what was the other one? I forget. So I can't speak on those because I don't own those. I own these two, and I own the She's and Parties palette. The She's and Parties palette is okay, but you can't really do a whole lot with it in terms of, like, I don't know. You're stuck with just a plum look, a plum burgundy look. It's really hard to go outside of that. But you can kind of switch it up with these, because with these, you can do like more of like a yellow toned look. You could do a deeper brown with the grungy green. You can do a lighter green. Like there's a little bit of variety in this one. I really like that. And then when you're talking about the Gemini palette, you can either go like yellow toned or orange toned with it, a little more neutral and brown. You could go green. It's just, there's more variety in them. That's just my opinion. Love these. Last but not least, and I might catch some hate for this, but y'all, I really enjoy the Pro Pigment palettes, and I've been enjoying them since I bought them. I bought, what is this one? I bought Volume 1 first. like back at the start of the pandemic, I think I bought this, and that's what the inside looks like. When you're looking at it, it looks like the color story doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it has really gorgeous colors in here, and I find a lot of use for these. After I bought that one, I picked up this one. This is volume 3. This one just has some brighter colors in it. It's got some orange tones in here. You got greens, and it's just beautiful, and they blend, and they wear really nicely. It's just, they're good palettes. And then last but not least, I picked up volume 4. I find myself dipping into these when I need like one more shade. When I'm doing an eye look and I'm like, it's missing something. I need this tone purple. I need this tone of like pinky brown. I need this type of orange. When I'm at that point, like in my eye look, and I just need that one more color, these are the palettes I tend to reach for because they have so much of a selection. I know that I'm usually going to find what I need in here. So if you've been thinking about picking up one of these palettes and you've kind of held off until now, I have to recommend them because I use them all the time. So that is going to wrap up my recommendation video. It's quite the doozy. I love shopping at Sephora. I love their point system. I love when they do these sales. Ulta has been slacking lately, y'all. When's the last time y'all got a 20% off coupon? The last time I got one, I had already blew my points because I waited so damn long. I was just fed up. You know what I mean? So I've been doing a lot more shopping at Sephora. I feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck. I just like the fact that I can add little codes to my order and get little samples. I like the fact that they've got their point system where you can cash in your points and either get money off your order or you can get extra product. I don't know. I've been digging Sephora a lot more lately here than Ulta because Ulta's been slacking. Ulta, you need to get with the program, ma'am. So thank you guys so much for watching my recommendations video. Again, everything will be linked down below. Go check it out if you're interested. Like this video if you like these types of videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you like my content, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss future uploads, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.